Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel At Home with Chelle. In today's video I'll be showing you how to make 7 healthy meals to feed the family. So this video is actually a follow-up to my video that I uploaded last week, which was a Tesco grocery haul showing you those meal ideas and all the ingredients that you needed to buy them. And then in this week's video I'm actually going to show you how to make the dinner. So if you do want to watch that video, I will link that in the description box down below. But if you do just want to watch this video, then that's absolutely fine, because I will go through all the ingredients and quantities, everything that you need to make the dinners that I'm showing you today, and I have got some really yummy dinners coming up for you. If you are new to my channel, then hi, my name's Michelle. I upload videos every single week on things like cooking, cleaning, vlogs, lifestyle, a little bit of everything really. So if that's the kind of thing that you like, then I would love to have you subscribe to my channel. Tonight we're going to have a sausage carbonara. I really love this dinner because it only takes about 10 minutes and it only uses 5 ingredients. The first thing you need to do is put your tagliatelle on. So what you will need to do is put around 300 grams of tagliatelle into a saucepan and pour over boiling water. Then whilst the pasta is cooking, you want to get on and get your sausages ready. So I'm just using a packet of Tesco Finest sausages. You can use whatever sausages you want. I just bought these because they were on offer. And then you basically want to squeeze them out of their skins. Now you can either try and squeeze them out the ends. I find this quite difficult, so what I find easier to do is basically get a knife, slice down and then take them out of their skins that way, and just place all of the sausage meat into the bowl. Once the sausage meat is out of its skin and all into the bowl, then you want to give it a good mix up with wet hands and then shape it into around 30 small balls. Once you have all your ball shape, you just want to sprinkle some black pepper over it, then put a saucepan on a high heat, add around a tablespoon of oil and then put in the balls to fry for around 5 minutes, just until they're browned and cooked through. Whilst these sausages are cooking, you just want to make your sauce in a bowl. So in a bowl you want to crack in 2 eggs, then you want to cut in a handful of fresh parsley, add in a ladleful of the pasta water, give that a good mix together and then add in around 60 grams of Parmesan cheese. Again, give it a really good mix. Then you want to strain the pasta, add the tagliatelles in with the sausages, then remove from the heat and pour over the egg mixture. If you do find it is a little bit thick, then you just want to add in a little more water so it gets a really kind of silky consistency, and then it's ready to serve with a little bit of added Parmesan on top if needed. Tonight we're going to have one of my favourite Chinese recipes. It's lemon chicken with rice and pak choy. The first thing you need to do is whisk 1 egg white with 2 teaspoons of corn flour into a bowl and add in 3 sliced chicken breasts. Put the chicken mixture to one side whilst you get on and make the sauce. So you will need 100 ml of chicken stock, which I've just made with 1 chicken stock cube, around 3 teaspoons of lemon juice, a teaspoon of caster sugar, 2 teaspoons of soy sauce, 2 teaspoons of rice wine vinegar or mirin, 3 crushed garlic cloves and half a teaspoon of chili flakes, and then season the sauce with salt and pepper. Heat a wok to a high heat and add the chicken. Cook the chicken for around 5 minutes until it's browned on all sides and completely cooked through. Then you want to remove the chicken into a separate bowl and put aside for 1 moment. It's also worth putting your rice on at this point if you're serving with rice. To make the sauce, put the wok back on the hob but over a lower heat, and then add the chicken stock, bring it to the boil and then turn down the heat, simmering for around a minute. Trim the pak choy and steam over the rice for the last few minutes of cooking. Mix a teaspoon of corn flour with a small amount of water until you have a smooth thin paste, then pour this back into the sauce and simmer until the sauce has thickened slightly, then add back in the chicken. Finally, add a few drops of sesame oil to the chicken and then it's ready to serve. I just like to sprinkle over a few slices of spring onion. This evening we're going to have a sausage casserole and I'm making it in the slow cooker, so it's super easy to make. So this morning before work, what I'm going to do is basically chop all of the ingredients, throw them all in and then just leave it cooking for the day, and then it's completely ready when I get home from work. Just want to say, sorry if the quality on this video isn't great. I'm having to film it on my phone because Nick's borrowed the camera. So I apologise about this section of the video in advance. So you just want to prep all of your ingredients and add them in. The first thing you'll need to do is add in 2 onions. Then you'll want a mix of 2 peppers, around 3 carrots that you've peeled and chopped, and around 600 grams of potatoes. Then you want to add in 2 tins of tomatoes. Around 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. And 200 ml of stock, just made up of 2 stock cubes. Then want to add in your herbs, so you want to add in about a teaspoon of oregano, about half a teaspoon of thyme, and then give it a good stir. Once you've given it a good stir, it's then time to add your sausages. I'm using chicken chipolatas here, but you can obviously use normal sausages if you prefer. And then you just want to give it a good stir, making sure all the sausages are covered. And then you can cook it on a high heat for around 4 hours or on low heat for around 6 to 8 hours. And then you just want to put the lid on and leave it to cook. So I've just got in from work, and honestly when you walk through the house it smells absolutely delicious. So I've just given it a quick stir and basically just checked that all the vegetables are cooked, so the potatoes are soft, and then it's time to add in your butter beans and a stock pot, and then it's almost ready to eat. At this point you want to add in a tin of drained butter beans and a beef stock pot, and then just leave it to continue cooking for around 15 minutes and then it's ready to serve. Tonight we're going to have chilli and prawn pasta. It's a super easy dinner to make. This dinner actually only serves 2 people, so Arabella and Tamsin are having something different because they don't like the prawns. But obviously you can make it for 4 if you want. You just need to double all the quantities. It's super easy to make and it's ready in just 10 minutes. The first thing you need to do is put your pasta on to cook and defrost your prawns if necessary. You then want to dice 6 spring onions, 1 chilli, around 10 cherry tomatoes, and fry these just with some coconut oil in a frying pan with a couple of garlic cloves for around 2 to 3 minutes. Around 3 to 4 minutes before the pasta is cooked, you then want to add in a few heads of broccoli. And then at this point it's time to get your prawns ready. So I'm just using frozen prawns here. You can use raw or cooked, whatever you prefer. And I'm just putting these in with the spring onion mixture, adding around a tablespoon of lemon juice. Fry that off for about 30 seconds, and then it's time to add in your drained pasta and broccoli, and then it should all be ready to serve. Tonight we're going to have a mixed bean vegetable chili. I absolutely love this dinner because it's jam-packed with veggies and it only takes 20 minutes. I'm just going to serve this with some tortillas and a bit of guacamole on the side. The first thing you need to do is to prep all of your vegetables. So you'll want to finely dice 2 red onions, 2 peppers of any colour that you want. I'm just using red and yellow. And then a courgette. Put all of these into a frying pan just with a bit of olive oil, and then you want to add in, it's quite a lot of Cajun seasoning, but you actually want to add in around 4 teaspoons of Cajun seasoning. You can pick this up in most stores. It's basically like a pre-packed spice mix. Then you want to add in 1 teaspoon of cumin and a couple of crushed garlic cloves. And stir fry for around 2 to 3 minutes. Once the vegetables have softened slightly, season with salt and pepper, and then add in a tin of mixed beans in tomato sauce, a tin of chopped tomatoes, and then around 150 ml of chicken stock just made up of 1 stock cube. About 2 tablespoons of tomato puree, and cook over a medium heat for around 6 to 8 minutes. Today for dinner we're going to have another slow cooker recipe. So we're going to have Cuban beef, which is basically a slow cooked beef with loads of peppers and tomatoes, which we're going to serve with rice, but you can kind of serve with anything that you want. I really love this, again because it's a slow cooker meal. I can throw everything in there and then it's all ready for later on in the day or when you get home from work. What I really like about this one is that you kind of shred the beef and it literally just melts in your mouth. It is absolutely delicious. So what you'll need to do first is just prep all of your vegetables. So you'll need to finely slice 2 onions, 4 mixed peppers, 3 garlic cloves crushed, around 2 tablespoons of tomato puree, a teaspoon of cumin, teaspoon of basil, half a teaspoon of turmeric, and 2 bay leaves. I also like to add a red wine stock pot, 1 tablespoon of white wine vinegar, a tin of chopped tomatoes, and 250 ml of beef stock, which I've just made with 2 beef stock cubes dissolved in boiling water. You'll need a 500 gram pack of stewing beef, which you'll just need to sprinkle with some salt and pepper and fry in a pan until brown for around 2 to 3 minutes. Once the meat is browned all over, add it into the slow cooker with the rest of the vegetables, give it a good stir, put the lid on and then cook it on low for around 8 hours. After 8 hours, the meat should be nice and soft and should basically just fall away. So what you want to do is go in with a fork and shred the beef, and then you've got the most amazing dinner, which you can simply serve with rice. It's Sunday today and we're going to make a pie. So I'm going to make a chicken and leek pie. The one thing that's a little bit different about this pie, it's slightly healthier than your usual pie because I'm making it with phyllo pastry instead of puff pastry. The first thing you need to do is slice 2 large chicken breasts and fry these in around a teaspoon of oil for around 5 minutes. Whilst the chicken's cooking, you want to get on and finely slice 2 leeks and then add this to the chicken and fry for another couple of minutes. After around 5 minutes, the leek should be softened. You want to add in around 100 grams of sliced mushrooms. Dice around 200 grams of thick cut ham and then sprinkle this into the chicken and leek mixture. Then at this point you want to add in around 300 ml of chicken gravy, which I've just made with 1 chicken stock cube. Add in a tablespoon of whole grain mustard, around a teaspoon of fresh thyme and 100 ml of double cream, and then give it a good stir. Add in 1 tablespoon of corn flour mixed with 1 tablespoon of water, mix that all together, bring it to the boil and then simmer for around 5 minutes until nicely thickened. Once the mixture has thickened up nicely, you then want to transfer it to a pie dish, and then you need to get around 4 pieces of phyllo pastry. Scrunching these up, just place these on top of the pie mixture, and then you just need to spray with a couple of spritzes of fry light and then place in the oven at 180 degrees and bake for around 10 minutes until crisp and golden brown. Thank you for watching today's video, and well done if you've made it to the end of all 7 meals. I would love to hear from you if you do choose to make any of the meals. If you tag me on my Instagram, because I love seeing what people have made. So yeah, thank you for watching, and if you are new then please consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Bye!